There was a Tara O'Connor, I believe her name was, a young Irish lass who was Junior Miss Trump Atlantic City pageant sexist winner. I am here and I have nose in it! Mommy's better since Bob Mueller last Friday. That were easily accessible since this campaign began. That he is bankrupt 4 times, that he got all his money from his father.
Have you back here. Always a pleasure to talk to you, and I really hope that based on what you said tonight, you managed to get one more tweet out of the president. So
I hope I do, Seth.
Yeah.
And I want to say honestly, very quickly, because I know it's annoying when people compliment the host. And she's the prostitute. And who is he? He's the moral arbiter of 20-year-old behavior now, right? So then I said, some facts that I just went on Wiki.
Trump's bizarre claim about immigrants eating pets wasn't the craziest thing that happened yesterday. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how Rosie O'Donnell and Seth Meyers exposed what they're calling the real reason behind Trump's increasingly strange behavior. You'll see the exact moment Melania's carefully crafted image started crumbling, the 3 specific marriage secrets these comedians revealed, and why Trump's team is desperately trying to change the subject. This isn't just celebrity gossip, it's a window into the mind of a man who wants to be president again. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. What if I told you Rosie O'Donnell wasn't just roasting Trump for fun during his weird debate performance? Behind her mockery lies something much deeper, a peek into Trump's troubled home life that few people recognize. When Rosie targeted Trump during that disastrous debate moment about immigrants supposedly eating pets, she didn't just call him crazy or unhinged. She specifically labeled him a crazy, demented uncle. Now think about that for a second. Why would she choose family language when there are plenty of other insults in the English dictionary? Rosie and Trump have been feuding for years, but her latest dig cuts way deeper than their usual catfights. She wasn't randomly picking insults out of a hat.
The day after the election, do you think it's going to be okay for me to be there? Or what if he wins? She's like, Rosie, you really have to start working on your negative loop in your brain. And she's the prostitute. And who is he? He's the moral arbiter of 20-year-old behavior now, right? So then I said, some facts that I just went on Wiki. And he said, just want you to know, I've forgiven her. And this young woman, I'm like, what is he, the pimp? I am here and I have nose in it! Mommy's better since Bob Mueller last Friday.
The family reference suggests Rosie knows something about Trump's private life that most of us don't. And it's no coincidence this comment came exactly when Trump was having his most unhinged moment on stage. Looking closer at Rosie's history of Trump commentary reveals something fascinating. She has a particular pattern of connecting Trump's public meltdowns directly to his marriage problems. It's almost like clockwork. Whenever Trump goes off the rails publicly, Rosie hints that we should be looking at his relationship with Melania for answers. It's her subtle way of saying, hey America, you're watching a man whose personal life is in shambles.
There was a Tara O'Connor, I believe her name was, a young Irish lass who was Junior Miss Trump Atlantic City pageant sexist winner.
if Trump gets indicted, it would be really great if Mueller let you serve the papers.
Well,
I feel like I've been wrong.
He was on that little escalator down with the fake crowd going, like, here's my wife who loves me. And she's like, how do I get out of here? You know, he is not going to win. Every smart person knows he is not going to win. That night, I was like, listen, you wench.
The timing couldn't be more calculated, just as Trump was rambling about immigrants eating neighborhood pets, a claim so bizarre even his own team couldn't defend it. Rosie drops this bomb implying his erratic behavior stems from personal issues. Talk about hitting him where it hurts. While everyone else was focused on fact-checking the pet-eating claims, Rosie was pointing to something much more revealing: Trump's mental state as it relates to his marriage. Trump has worked hard for decades to present his marriage as perfect. He parades Melania around like a trophy, constantly boasting about their wonderful relationship. But Rosie's commentary draws a stark contrast between that carefully crafted image and what might actually be happening behind closed doors at Mar-a-Lago. The impact of Rosie's comments was immediately apparent. Trump's team scrambled to redirect attention elsewhere after her remarks started spreading online. They know how damaging these implications can be, especially when they come from someone who has known Trump for years and understands his pressure points.
Donald Trump has been has been mad at you for a very long time.
Over a decade. Seth.
Over a decade.
Yes. And I remember as a child feeling, wow, there's no safety in my house. And look, there's no safety in the world. And all of that came right up when he, first of all, when he announced, I was like laughing my ass off.
Same here. Have you back here. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And I really hope that based on what you said tonight, you managed to get one more tweet out of the president. So
I hope I do, Seth.
Yeah.
And I want to say honestly very quickly, because I know it's annoying when people compliment the host.
What makes Rosie's commentary so powerful is that she wasn't just making a political attack. Instead, she was suggesting that Trump's increasingly bizarre public behavior, the rambling speeches, the unhinged claims, the defensive posturing, might all be symptoms of a man whose personal life is crumbling, and coming from someone with their history, these weren't just random shots in the dark. Think about it. Rosie isn't some random Twitter troll. She's had a front row seat to Trump's antics for decades. When she connects his debate meltdown to family issues, she's drawing on years of observation and insight. She understands that for a man as obsessed with image as Trump is, suggesting his marriage is failing hits harder than any political criticism ever could. The crazy demented uncle comment might seem like just another insult, but it's actually a clever way of humanizing Trump in the worst possible way. Not as a powerful businessman or president, but as that embarrassing relative everyone avoids at Thanksgiving dinner because of his bizarre rants and troubling behavior. And more importantly, it positions his strange behavior as a symptom of deeper family problems. You have to wonder, what does Rosie know that we don't? Her consistent pattern of connecting Trump's public outbursts to his marriage suggests she has information or insights that go beyond what makes headlines. She's not just taking random shots, she's strategically highlighting what she believes is the root cause of his increasingly erratic behavior. So what have we learned?
it's been really, we've sort of made the joke on the show that he's flip-flopped on everything except you.
It's actually very true.
And did it sort of start? It started from The View, yes?
The View.
Yeah.
That were easily accessible since this campaign began, that he is bankrupt 4 times, that he got all his money from his father. I have put in that request by tweet.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting to hear, but, you know, nothing really will.
While the Orange Man keeps pretending his marriage is picture perfect, comedians like Rosie and Seth Meyers are lifting the curtain on what might really be happening. Notice how Melania has gone completely silent about these comments. That's not an accident, folks. She's clearly trying to keep her private life private, which makes you wonder what she's hiding. When Trump starts rambling about immigrants eating pets, or whatever nonsense comes next, maybe we should be asking what's really triggering these meltdowns. Both O'Donnell and Myers are scheduled for more appearances soon, and they'll probably drop more truth bombs about the Trump's domestic situation. The next time Grumpy Trumpy has a public meltdown, just remember, it's probably not about politics at all. It's what's happening in that gaudy gold penthouse that's really making him crack.